Welcome to Twin Peaks once again with Steve and Putty for another fine episode with a hot cup of joe and a fresh baguette all the way from France. It would seem this episode, Putty. A fresh baguette.
Forget about the pies.
Forget about the pies. We're moving on to baguette.
Yeah.
They've been freshly transported all the way from our brothers and sisters in France. So we're dealing with episode 2, although it's technically episode 3, and it's called Zen, or the Skill to Catch a Killer, which is kind of appropriate, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yes, it was very... Yes, lots of Zen moments, shall we say. So, Putty, what did you think of the episode overall?
Overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I enjoyed it as much as the first two.
Yeah.
But it was still a really, really good episode.
Yeah.
There were funny bits. There were totally random bits.
Yeah, some real oddness to this one.
So yeah, maybe a bit too odd for just the third episode of it.
Yeah.
But it was still a really, really good episode.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
Yeah, well, like, I kind of had felt like the first episodes were really normal. Well, relatively normal. A little bit odd around the edges, but, like, that's not my experience of David Lynch. Like, I've watched a lot of David Lynch stuff, and he's a very peculiar guy, and this is the first one that just went full on. And, like, it's still, even for, like, David Lynch, it's kind of restrained. Like, it's not Eraserhead or any crazy thing like that. So, but yeah, like, it's just, well, I guess we'll get into that a bit more. The episode kind of starts out with fresh baguettes being delivered from France, but kind of takes a bit of a sinister side when they, it's Jack Horn? It's Jack Horn, yeah, and his brother visit One-Eyed Jack's, which is a casino, but also a really, really sinister brothel.
Yeah.
Were you kind of expecting this real, almost underbelly type turn to the whole Twin Peaks thing?
No, not really. I guess the town kind of felt a bit, just like a normal town in America.
But it's across the border in Canada, so
exactly. So it's all right.
Yeah. Those Canadians.
They're wild. No, but yeah, it was really, really not odd, but surprising. Yeah. Especially to start the episode off. In that fashion.
And it's just that awful scene where the new girl there, and like you can just see her, like she's so nervous, and like it's really, really kind of horrible scene. Like they
just treat her kind of like property.
First, they
flipping the coin.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just like the whole kind of like confrontation. So how do you reckon that ties in with Laura? Like.
Oh, first instincts would be she, work there either as like a barmaid or a prostitute. Yeah. But who knows? Like, it could be anything with this show. She could be One-Eyed Jack for all I know. But obviously she ties in somehow. Yeah. But I would say, like, knowing what we know already, she will. Yeah, well,
because there was that thing in the medical examiner's report that she had sex with 3 men that night. Like, it sounds really gross, kind of,
Yeah, it does, but I guess,
it was very much that kind of seedy kind of thing.
Yeah, so knowing what you know, can you pick up clues as to what's going to happen?
Yeah, like, kind of.
Okay.
Like, I always remember that being the first kind of like I think I was too young to kind of like fully kind of comprehend what was going on, but I always remember that being kind of like this real nasty kind of turn to things and that kind of that kind of, I don't know, like it's a bit confronting, I think. And it's confronting in like a non-graphic way. Like, it's not like, I think a modern TV show would like give you the full exploitative, hey, we're going to this club, look what we're making the girls do. But it's like, it's all implied, you know what I mean? All kind of like, more kind of subtle than that. And it was really interesting, they kind of take a bit of a humorous turn there as Cooper launches his very serious investigation into Laura's death, where he has this long explanation about the occupied nation of Tibet, and this technique that he learnt, not by visiting Tibet, but just by being inspired in a dream, involves throwing a bottle, like a stone at a bottle.
Yeah.
So how seriously did you take that whole investigation thing?
I think I took it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Just as kind of a humorous kind of take on.
Yeah.
I don't know, police investigations.
Yeah. Poor Andy gets hit by the rock.
Yeah. I think the way the other people react to it as well kind of shows.
They just take it. They just go with it though.
Yeah.
On some level, they just go, "Yep, sure, he's from the FBI."
Yeah, but they're not kind of like, "Oh yeah, this makes sense."
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, "We'll do it because the guy from the FBI is telling us to do it." Kind of thing. Like even when they were, Lucy was like, the one-eyed Jack thing, and she's like, do we keep it because it's a person or it's a place? And they have like this big discussion about whether to keep it. So yeah, I think it was meant to be kind of humorous.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, Cooper thinks, well, I think he thinks that it's somehow accurate.
Well, because it breaks for Leo.
Yeah.
When he imagines Leo, it kind of breaks for him, and then, who was it? Like, it got close for somebody.
Yeah, it hit on someone else.
Yeah, but it didn't break.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was now. Was it the horn? Or was it the other one, the one from the...
Well, it was the psychiatrist.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jacoby. Oh well. I think those things are meant to still be significant, or at least to lead you kind of somewhere.
Yeah.
It gets, like, after that, it gets a bit full-on David Lynchy. And so, like, probably the last kind of 10 minutes of the episode is spent in this dream sequence with Cooper in this wonderful red curtained room with a dancing like midget and like a Laura lookalike who's the midget's cousin, which is just like so weird. What was your whole reaction to that?
I would say definitely the weirdest thing I've seen on a TV show.
Yeah.
We just kind of you felt like you were in a dream.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they do dream sequences in shows, and you know it kind of feels a bit off, but you're not really there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it really felt disorienting.
Yeah. Like even the sound effects.
Yeah.
Like it's got like this hypnotic rhythm the whole place, but there's like this slowed down version of them speaking, and they're subtitled, and you can
kind of hear them
words.
Yeah.
And you're always kind of guessing whether you're hearing the words or you're just hearing them because you're reading them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what do you think that has like any value to the kind of like overall story? Like, do you think it has any meaning, the dream, or is it just more of Cooper craziness, so to speak?
I think we'll have some meaning.
Yeah.
Simply because there's that Laura partner like there. You know, I think I've learned with this show that nothing really is there just for filler.
Yeah.
Everything kind of ties in some way, even if it's, you know, not very significant.
Yeah, like it's not the type of show where look at that crucial detail you missed. It's more just like, you know, like the feeling that it generates is kind of related to the way the town feels or whatever, you know, like it's not.
Yeah. So what did you think about it watching it?
Yeah, like it was kind of great to go out like I said, that's when I go, yeah, this is David Lynch. Welcome back, you know. It kind of like I don't think I've got any better understanding of what it is, even going through the whole series. So I kind of want to. I guess I need to see how it plays out. I can't remember it that well.
Okay.
I do remember, I remember the dancing midget. Like I remember that so well, like so vividly, and I think he's like the coolest dude. Like he's just the way he dances. It's all that kind of weird, you know, like kind of hypnotic movement. Yeah, but it does have significance.
Okay.
Like that whole dreamscape is quite an important theme, and
so it comes up again.
Yeah, like that's not the last time you go into that place. It actually really reminded me of Persona. Like Persona really borrows from that kind of secret world, you know, like and stuff like that. Yeah, and so the other thing was that you actually found out who that was by the in the Palmer's house too. They tell you who it is.
Do they? Is that this episode?
Yeah. They said who it was. It was Bob.
Oh yeah, they mentioned Bob.
Yeah, they mentioned the name.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're kind of like, you don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And so, of course, it ended with a wonderful cliffhanger of Agent Cooper calling Sheriff Truman and saying, "Oh, I know who the killer is," and then I love when he goes, "But he can wait till the morning." And then, of course, it fades to the credits. So
and the dancing ninja.
Yeah. He's just having his own little busting some moves. So yeah, that was the episode. It was a weirder one. Bit of a slow, well, not slower pace, but like more kind of less happening,
more deliberate.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. As usual, you can like follow along with the videos. We hope you are. Or maybe you are at some later date. Comment. Tell us what you thought of the episode and all its weirdness. And of course, join us back for another episode of Welcome to Twin Peaks. They seem to be consistently going up each Tuesday. Let's hope they stick to that. And cheers.
Cheers.